My girlfriend said, I need guys' attention for my self-esteem. It's not about you. I said, fair enough. Then I stopped giving her any attention at all. Her, why are you being cold? Text was ironic. Original post. 31 male. I'm a software developer, and I guess I'm what you'd call a stable guy. I work from home, I own my condo, and I like my routine. For the past 2 years, my girlfriend, Kira, 28, has been a part of that routine. She moved in about 18 months ago. The arrangement was, I thought, pretty good. I own the place, so I cover the mortgage and the HOA fees. She works in event planning and makes decent money, so she pays for utilities and we split groceries. It felt adult. The problem is Kira needs attention like the rest of us need oxygen. I'm not a jealous guy, not really. But her guy friends were becoming a full-time job. Especially one guy, Nolan, a brand ambassador, which seems to mean he just goes to parties, who is always texting her. It was the little things. Her phone screened down always. Her laughing at texts at 1 a.m. The quick work drink with the team that turned into a 2 a.m. Uber home, smelling like cigarettes and cologne. Nolan's brand, I recognized it. Last Saturday, we were supposed to go to a friend's barbecue. She was in the bathroom getting ready, and her phone, plugged into the wall, lit up on the nightstand. It was a notification from Nolan. Nolan, can't wait to see what you're wearing tonight. That red dress? Winky face. My stomach just sank. She wasn't wearing a red dress to our friend's barbecue. When she came out, I had to. Hey, are you going somewhere else after the barbecue? She looked startled. What? No. What? Just. Nolan seems to be expecting you in a red dress. Her face went from confused to furious in half a second. Did you read my texts? It popped up on the screen, Kira. I didn't have to read it. What's going on? It's constant. The late nights, the secret texts. It feels disrespectful. This wasn't our first fight about this, but it was our worst. She paced the bedroom, throwing her hands up. Disrespectful? You're the one being disrespectful. You're insecure. I'm insecure because my girlfriend is making plans with another guy. Behind my back, in a red dress. He's my friend. God, you're so controlling. I'm not. I'm just asking for a boundary. And then she dropped it. The line that changed everything. She stopped, looked me dead in the eye and said, Look, I need guys' attention for my self-esteem. It's just who I am. It's not about you. It's not a reflection on you. It's just something I need. You shouldn't be so insecure about it. I just stared at her. All the anger, the hurt, it just evaporated. It was like she'd spoken a different language, and I finally understood it. It's not about you. She was right. It wasn't about me. My attention, my validation, my love, it was worthless to her. It didn't count toward her self-esteem. She needed external validation from other men. I was just the guy who paid the mortgage. The stable, reliable provider. The home base she could tag after running the bases with other dudes. I suddenly felt very, very calm. I took a breath, and then I smiled. A small, tight smile. You know what, Kira? You're right. She blinked. I am. Yeah, that makes total sense. It's not about me. It's about your needs. Fair enough. I get it. She was visibly relieved. Oh, okay. Good. I'm glad you finally understand. I do, I said. Completely. So, let's go to the barbecue. The fight was over. She was happy. She'd won. We went to the barbecue. She was on her phone the whole time, probably texting Nolan. I didn't care. I talked to my friends. I drank a beer. I was polite, but I was somewhere else. I was making a plan. She'd given me the rule book. My attention is worthless. Okay, I can work with that. That night, Operation I Am a Roommate began. It's not about being cold. It's about withdrawing services. Affection/attention. I stopped initiating anything. No more, how was your day, babe? No more compliments on her outfit. No more, you look tired. Let me rub your back. No more good morning texts. I wasn't mean. I was just neutral. Polite. A roommate. Financial extras. I'm not a sugar daddy, but I was generous. I paid for all our dates. I'd send her money for an Uber if she was out late. I'd cover her portion of the takeout, just cause. That all stopped. Cold. Physical. I grabbed the spare pillows and the good comforter. You're right, I said as I made up the bed in the spare room. I've been really insecure. I think I just need some space to process my own issues and not put them on you. It's healthier this way. Her face, she was thrilled. She thought she'd hit the jackpot. She now had her stable home and a boyfriend who was working on himself, leaving her completely free to do whatever she wanted. For the first 4 days, it was her paradise. She was out every night. Came home at 3 a.m. on Tuesday. I was just working, laptop on the couch. Hey, she'd say, walking in. Hey, I'd reply, not looking up. Have a good time? Yeah, it was fine. Nolan says hi. Cool. Okay, well, good night. Night. The first crack appeared on Wednesday. She was getting ready to go out. Ugh, I'm meeting Val for drinks, and my Uber app is bugging. Can you call one on your account? Sorry, I'm in the middle of a build, I said, staring at my code. You'll have to figure it out. She was annoyed. Fine. She had to take the bus. The second crack was Friday night. She came into the living room, wearing a new dress. A very nice new dress. She did a little pose. So, what do you think? I glanced up. It's a dress. It's new. For Val's party. Okay, looks like it fits. Have fun. She stared at me. That's it. Looks like it fits. Was there something else? You don't think it looks good? I looked at her deadpan. Kira, my attention doesn't count, remember? It's not what you need for your self-esteem. You should ask Nolan what he thinks. His opinion actually matters. Her mouth opened, then closed. She looked pissed. She stormed out. The third crack was this morning, Sunday. I was making coffee. Just for me. You didn't make me any? She asked, coming into the kitchen. Oh, sorry. Didn't know you were up. Reese, what is wrong with you? You're being so cold. I'm not cold. I'm just focusing on myself, like I said. Giving you space to get your needs met. This is childish. You're giving me this silent treatment. I'm not. I'm talking to you right now. I'm not giving you the attention you told me you don't value. I'm not your validation service. I'm just your roommate. Isn't that what you wanted? No. I want a boyfriend. Yeah. But you want your boyfriend to also be okay with you getting your validation from a dozen other guys. I can't be that. So I'm just being the other thing. The guy who pays the mortgage. She started to cry. You're being an a-hole. I'm being exactly what you asked for. You just don't like it because the provider part came with an attention part you took for granted. And now it's gone. She's in the bedroom, slamming things. A few minutes ago, my phone buzzed. A text from Kira from the other room. LOL. Why are you being so cold? This isn't fair. We need to talk. The irony is just delicious. I replied, I'm just respecting your needs. You get your self-esteem from other guys, so I'm stepping back to let you do that without my insecurity getting in the way. I'm just focusing on myself. She's now texting me furiously. This is not what I meant, and you know it. You're punishing me. I'm not punishing her. I'm just done. I think I'm just her ATM with benefits. Or I was. Now I'm just the ATM, and I'm about to close this branch. Update 1. It's been 2 weeks since my original post. Operation I am a roommate has escalated. I honestly didn't think it would get this crazy. After my last post, Kira tried a new tactic, Total War. She realized the crying and anger wasn't working. So she decided to try to force my hand by making me jealous. She was out constantly with Nolan. I mean, I'd wake up in the spare room, and she'd already be gone. She'd come home at 4 a.m., reeking of booze and perfume, and make as much noise as possible. She'd be on the phone with him in the living room, laughing obnoxiously loud. Oh, Nolan, stop. You're so bad. No, he's right here. Yeah, he's working on his issues. It's so much better now. I feel so free. I just put on my noise-canceling headphones and kept coding. I'll admit, this part hurt. Hearing her mock me? That was a knife twist. It wasn't just that she needed attention. It was that she despised me. It was my one moment of vulnerability. I sat there, headphones on, no music playing, just listening. And I felt so stupid. For the 2 years I'd spent loving someone who clearly saw me as a pathetic chump. That night, the hurt turned into something else. It turned into resolve. The financial side really started to pinch her. Hey, my car insurance is due. Can you cover it? I'm a little short. Me, sorry I can't. My budget is tight. Tight? You make 3 times what I do. You always pay for it. Me, My financial situation has changed. You'll have to handle it. Her, what the hell, Reese? I'm going to be late. I have to pay this. You're financially abusing me. Me, no. I'm just not paying your bills anymore, Kira. We're roommates. We split utilities. That was our deal. Car insurance for your car isn't a utility. She had to call her friend Valerie to borrow the money. She was seething. But the Real story, it's not about Nolan. It's not even about the attention. That was all just a distraction. Yesterday, I got the mail. Standard crap. A water bill, some junk, and a bill from Red Dot Storage. I don't have a storage unit. I looked at the bill. It was addressed to me. Reese, my last name. Unit 432. Past due, $155. My blood went cold. I called the storage place. Me. Hi. I just got a bill for a unit I don't remember opening. Can you check on this? Woman. Sure, what's the name? I gave her my info. Woman. Yep, Unit 432. Looks like you opened it online about 6 months ago. We have Akira, her last name, listed as an authorized user. 6 months ago. Me. What's the payment method on file? Woman. A Visa, number ending in 8221. Not my card. Her card. But the unit was in my name. With my social. I checked my credit report. Yep. A hard inquiry from Red Dot Storage 6 months ago. She used my personal information. My FING social security number. To open a storage unit in my name that she was paying for. Why? So when she defaulted, which she just did, the bill would come to me. The hit would be on my credit. I was shaking. This wasn't just a breakup. This wasn't a girl who needed attention. This was a con. A long-term, calculated con. I drove to the storage unit. I told the woman at the front I was the primary account holder, I'd lost my key, and I needed the lock cut. I showed her my ID. It matched the account. She cut the lock. I rolled up the door. I was expecting, I don't know, her winter clothes? No, it was full. There were designer bags I'd never seen. Boxes of new shoes. There was furniture. A beautiful, expensive-looking velvet armchair. A new flat-screen TV, still in the box. A whole set of expensive-looking luggage. It was a hoard. She wasn't just cheating. She was building a new life. She was using my home as a base, and probably my money, in ways I haven't even found yet, to buy all this stuff, and was hoarding in a unit she opened in my name until she was ready to leave. She was planning to ghost me, leave me with the bill, and just take her new life to a new apartment. Probably with Nolan. The I need attention fight? It was a cover. A smokescreen. She wanted me to be insecure. She wanted me to be distracted, focusing on Nolan, so I wouldn't see what she was really doing. I stood there in the cold, fluorescent light of that storage unit. I didn't even feel angry. I felt nothing. Just empty. I realized the woman I'd been living with for 2 years was a complete stranger. A predator. I closed the unit. The manager put a new lock on it. I have the only key. This is no longer Operation I am a roommate. This is Operation Evict the Fraudster. I went straight from the storage unit to a lawyer's office. I paid for a 1-hour consultation. I laid it all out. The condo in my name only. Her as a tenant at will. The storage unit. The identity theft. The lawyer, a sharp woman named Ms. Graves, looked impressed. Well, Mr. my last name, she said. She's not just a bad girlfriend. She's a criminal. The identity theft is a police matter. The storage unit. That's a fascinating new development. It proves intent. It's not just a messy breakup. She told me exactly what to do. Serve her with a formal, written 30-day notice to vacate. File a police report for identity theft. Immediately. Do not let her into that storage unit. It is my unit. The property inside is a civil matter, but the account is mine. I went home. I typed up the 30-day notice to vacate. She was on the couch, watching TV, eating my food. Hey, she said, annoyed. You're late. I was going to order Thai, but I need your card. I didn't say anything. I just handed her the printed paper. What's this? She read it. Her face went through a whole spectrum of emotions. Confusion, annoyance, and then finally panic. You're evicting me? Like legally evicting me? Over a stupid fight? Because I'm friend with Nolan? No, Kira, I said, my voice dead calm. I'm evicting you because you're a tenant and your lease is up, and also because you committed identity theft. I threw the past due storage bill on the coffee table. Explain this. The color drained from her face. She looked at the bill. She looked at me. That's a mistake. Is it a mistake that you used my social security number 6 months ago to open a line of credit for a storage unit? A unit that I now control. She just stared at me. No words. You have 30 days to get your things and get out of my home, I said. And we have an appointment with the police tomorrow morning to discuss your fraud. She's in her room. It's silent. The first time in weeks. She's not texting Nolan. She's not calling Val. She's just in there. I think for the first time, she's realized she's not the one in control anymore. Final update. It's been 32 days. I'm writing this from my living room. It's quiet. I'm alone. And it's over. The 30 days were the longest month of my life. It was a pressure cooker. After I confronted her with the eviction notice and the storage bill, Kira had a complete Hollywood-level meltdown. It wasn't crying. It was shrieking. You can't do this. You're trapping me. You're stealing my things. That's my stuff in that unit. You're a thief. You're a thief, Kira, I replied, and went back to the spare room and locked the door. The next morning, I went to the police precinct. I filed a full report for identity theft, complete with my credit report, the storage unit bill, and a sworn statement. The officer was very professional. He said an investigator would be in touch. When I got home, Kira had called in her cavalry. Her friend, Valerie. They were both waiting for me in the living room. Reese, this has gone too far, Valerie said, trying to sound authoritative. You're traumatizing her. You need to stop this insane power trip. I'm evicting a tenant who committed fraud against me. You need to leave my property, Valerie. He's stealing my stuff, Val. Kira sobbed. My bags, my furniture. He's trying to ruin me. And then they played their big, stupid card. Valerie, we're calling the police. We're going to tell them you're abusive, that you're holding her property hostage. They'll make you give it back. Go for it, I said. Please, call them. So they did. Kira, crying hysterically into the phone, claimed I was unstable, throwing her things out, and threatening her. 2 officers showed up about 30 minutes later. They looked tired. Sir, we received a call about a domestic disturbance. A possible illegal eviction. Kira ran to them. Officers, thank God. He's crazy. He locked me out of my storage unit. He's stealing all my property. He's throwing me out on the street. The older officer looked at me. Sir, what's going on? I have my folder ready. Good afternoon, officers. This is my condo. I handed him a copy of my mortgage statement and my ID. My name only. This is Ms. Kira's last name. She has been a tenant at will here for 18 months. This is a copy of the legal 30-day notice to vacate I served her 2 days ago. She is not being thrown out today. The officer nodded, reading the paper. She's claiming you're stealing her property from a storage unit? Ah, yes. That. I handed him the other folder. This is a copy of a bill for a storage unit from Red Dot Storage. As you can see, it is in my name, Reese my last name. This is a copy of my credit report, showing the hard inquiry from 6 months ago. And this is the police report I filed this morning for identity theft against Ms. Kira's last name for opening that account using my social security number without my knowledge or consent. I will treasure the look on that officer's face for the rest of my life. He looked from the police report to Kira, back to the report. Ma'am, he said, his voice suddenly 10 degrees colder. Are you claiming that Mr., my last name, stole property from storage unit? That is in his name? Kira, but it's my stuff inside. He's holding a hostage. Officer, ma'am, the account is in his name, and he has a pending police report against you for opening that account fraudulently. Is that true? Did you use his information to open this account? She just went silent. Valerie tried to step in. He's just being controlling. This is a civil matter. Officer, ma'am, identity theft is a criminal matter. Right now, he pointed at Kira, are the only one here who's been accused of crime. This is a civil eviction, and he is following the law. Your property inside the unit is a civil dispute you'll have to take to court. but he has no obligation to let a person who allegedly stole his identity have access to an account that is legally his. Now, I suggest you and your friend," he looked at Valerie, "leave. There is no domestic disturbance here." Kira crumpled. Valerie just looked stunned. They left. "The cops gave me a good luck, sir," look, and left too. The next 28 days were quiet. Kira was a ghost. She was desperately trying to find money and a place to live. Nolan, predictably, was gone. Vanished. Blocked her number, probably. The attention she needed so badly dried up the second it came with criminal charges and no financial perks. She got a call from the police investigator. I know because I heard her on the phone, crying and saying, "It was a misunderstanding." The revenge wasn't some big, flashy thing. It was slow, methodical, and legal. I gave her a deal, drafted by Ms. Graves. I would agree to not press forward with the criminal charges for identity theft. In exchange, she would sign a legally binding separation agreement. This agreement stated that she forfeited all property in the storage unit as payment for the fraudulent use of my credit and the months of unpaid rent on the unit. My lawyer said this was legally cleaner than trying to get the $900 back from her, which she didn't have. She had to be out on the 30th day, no exceptions. She was trapped. She had no money for a lawyer. She was facing a felony charge. She could lose her stuff, or she could lose her freedom. She chose her freedom. On the 30th day, this past Tuesday, she moved out. Her parents had to rent a van. They showed up. Her dad wouldn't even look at me. Her mom just looked so sad. Kira tried one last time. "Reese," she said, tears in her eyes. I'm sorry. I messed up. I was scared. I do need you. That attention stuff, it was just stupid. Please, don't do this." I just looked at her. "It wasn't stupid, Kira. It was a strategy. You needed my attention to be off you while you planned to rob me. You just miscalculated. Goodbye." I closed the door. I'm now in the process of clearing out that storage unit. I'm selling all of it. The velvet chair, the new TV, the designer bags. I've already made back the $900 in fees, plus my lawyer's retainer. The rest is just, I don't know, a bonus. The attention she needed so badly was just a symptom. The disease was entitlement. The disease was fraud. I feel stupid for falling for it. But I also feel strong. I didn't yell. I didn't beg. I just collected the data, called a lawyer, and executed the plan. I'm changing all my passwords and my locks. Again, just in case.